Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way and your Watford versus Huddersfield Town match preview and Xisco Munoz press conference reaction. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Obviously, I hope you're all staying safe during lockdown. And yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy time at the moment. Obviously, Watford played in the FA Cup last week against Manchester United at Old Trafford, and we put in a decent performance. I wouldn't say it was excellent, but I'd say it was a good performance. Obviously, Philip Zinchenko made his debut during that game. And let me know what you thought of his performance down below as well, because I thought he looked fantastic. His little touches on the ball, little flicks, and yeah, he definitely looks like a Premier League player. So I'm really glad to have Philip Zinchenko at the club. But let's not talk about him for now. Let's move on to this quite important game against Huddersfield. And obviously Huddersfield having a bit of an average season in the Championship at the moment. I think they lay 14th, 13th in the table. So you'd say Huddersfield are pretty much an average Championship side. They do have some good players, as we saw when they faced us actually back in December. Obviously, they won 2-0. Ben Foster making an error and Etienne Capoue scoring an own goal. And when they actually played us, I was quite surprised to see the football that they put on show, because where they are in the table and the football they actually played, they played really expansive, creative football. And that's not something you've really seen from this Watford side yet so far under Xisco Munoz. We've kind of been a bit open in midfield. I would say we've definitely been more attacking than we were under Vladimir Ivic. But we've definitely not made chances for our strikers or our attacking players as I would have liked to have seen. So it's going to be really interesting to see if we can put that defeat right on Saturday and get that 3 points and start challenging for them automatic promotion places again. What to expect with Watford? Obviously, Xisco Munoz today, as I'm recording this, just did his pre-match press conference. Basically, no new injury concerns. The players that are out injured at the moment remain out injured. The only one that potentially may feature on the bench, I think, is Stipe Peritza, which is really good to see. Xisco Munoz essentially confirming that he is back now, but it's unlikely that he will start the game against Huddersfield, and it's probably more likely we'll actually see him in the game on Tuesday that we've got next week. So good to see that Stipe Peritza is back, because I personally think, out of all the strikers we've got at the club, and I've watched, obviously we've seen Shoidini and Andre go for a number of years. When Stipe Peritza's played, his movement, his pace, I just think he's an excellent player, and he's definitely the most talented striker we've got. But with him, it's just whether he can stay fit, because he has been plagued by a few injuries. Other injuries, Isaac Success is still out injured. It obviously feels like he's been out injured for what must be nearly 2 years now. And Christian Capicelle is also out injured. So, not surprised to see. I'm not sure what the issue is there with Capicelle. It looks like that could be quite a long-term thing with him, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But for me, I think for this game, we really need to just get them 3 points. I actually don't care how we do it against Huddersfield, whether it's a 1-0 scrappy own goal off someone's arse, or we win 3 or 4-0. I just want us to get them 3 points and start challenging for them places, near the top of the league again, because Norwich, I think, are 10 points ahead of us now. If I'm right, I may be mistaken there. Let me know in the comments below. But there is a little bit of a gap there that we need to make up. And come the end of the season, I don't want to be the team that has to go through the playoffs, because we all know what the playoffs can do in the Championship. They're really, and I stress really, difficult to get through. So I really don't want to be there. I want to be in them top 2 places and get them automatic promotion places, obviously back to the Premier League. I'm going to quickly talk about my preferred starting 11. In fact, I won't talk about the whole starting 11, but I do want to ask you a couple of questions, because there's been a little bit of debate on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook as well, about who should start in goal for Watford. Now, obviously, we saw Daniel Bachmann in the FA Cup, and I thought Daniel Bachmann was excellent, to be honest with you. We've seen him a couple of times this season. Obviously, in the Carabao Cup, he played a couple of games, and obviously we saw him last week in the FA Cup against Manchester United. And I think it's time that Daniel Bachmann at least gets a chance in a league game, in a Championship League game. Obviously, Ben Foster, seasoned pro, really good. He obviously has his YouTube channel. That is a little bit controversial, but that's not. This isn't the video for that today. Really vocal in goal, but he has made a few, and in fact, I'd go over a few. He's made a number of mistakes this season, Ben Foster, and I think it's only right that Daniel Bachmann gets his chance, because I think he's been at the club since it's got to be 2016 or 2017, and it's 2021 now, and he's still not made that step up to being first choice keeper. And Ben Foster, obviously, as much as I like him, he is getting on in terms of age. So I don't know whether it is the time to maybe throw Daniel Batman in there for a league game, or whether Ben Foster stays in there for now, and if he makes another mistake, then Batman comes in. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. In terms of formation, again, we've seen Xisco likes to play the 4-4-2 formation. I personally am not a fan of that with the players we've got. Troy Deeney and Andre Gray, I'm afraid, do not work. They personally may think it does work. They always go on about how great their relationship is, often on the pitch. But I don't see that personally. I just think they're, quite frankly, a bit crap together. So obviously I mentioned earlier Stipe Peritza might come back, but I don't think he's going to be starting this game. So I personally would go for the 4-2-3-1 up top, but I don't think Xisco will, and that's the problem. I think Xisco will stay with his 4-4-2. Chalobah, his hamstring injury that he got against Manchester United, he confirmed also today that that's not really that serious. So Chalobah will probably come back in and partner cleverly in midfield. But again, Will Hughes is also now back from injury. He also started that Manchester United game. So if we are going to play that 4-4-2, someone's going to have to go on the bench, whether it be cleverly Chalobah or Will Hughes. So that is a good issue for Xisco, obviously, to have, that he's got some players at his disposal. But who drops to the bench in that 4-4-2 formation, we'll have to wait and see. I personally would probably go with Will Hughes and Nathaniel Chalobah as the two, but we'll have to wait and see what Xisco goes with. And that's about it for today, really. I don't know kind of what else to talk about in terms of the game. Obviously, we do want to go and get them 3 points to challenge for them places. But as we've seen, Huddersfield have already beaten us this season. And we're at the stage now where we've obviously played every team in the Championship. So we are playing everybody again. So we've kind of seen what each team's about. And I'd obviously expect us with the players we've got to beat Huddersfield. But look... We're Watford. We don't know what's going to happen really, so we're going to have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the notification bell to make sure you get notified on all our uploads. And yeah, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you for more reaction after the Huddersfield Town game. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.